multiple gunshot victims. Stay down from the scene. Susquehanna County, New Milford EMS. Respond. 2014 State Route 171 in Thompson Township for multiple gunshot victims.
That was the initial 911 dispatch call after 2 state troopers were shot while they were responding to a call in northeastern Susquehanna County. Good evening, everyone. We continue to bring you the latest on that investigation from the scene with team coverage of the shooting tonight. 2822 News I-Team reporter Andy Mahalchik and reporter Joe Mason are in Thompson Township, where that shooting happened earlier today. And 2822's Avery Nape is in Dunmore after Governor Josh Shapiro held a press conference late this afternoon. Let's begin tonight with Andy Mahalchik. Andy, what's the latest from the scene there?
Well, Nick and Candace, high drama without a doubt, a very intense situation here along Route 171 in Susquehanna County, Thompson Township. We can tell you the male suspect is dead, shot by police after he refused to comply with orders. He was armed by a rifle. 2 state troopers right now at Geisinger Community Medical Center in Scranton in stable condition. They're identified as Trooper William Jenkins and Trooper Joseph Parachinsky. They're both in stable condition. Now, it all began, let me show you some video. It all began around 11:17 this morning. You heard the call at the outset of this newscast. 911 Susquehanna County got a call about a gunshot victim, a 59-year-old female. Troopers responded. When they got here, a few seconds later, 911 got a call about multiple gunshot victims at a location on Route 171 in Thompson Township, about 5 miles north of the town of Thompson. Trooper Jenkins and Parachinsky were fired upon by the male suspect. Troopers identified their cars as being riddled with bullets. In fact, Parachinsky was able to put a tourniquet on Jenkins. A 3rd state trooper came in and evacuated them to safety. They were both flown to CMC Geisinger in Scranton, again in stable condition. They met with Governor Josh Shapiro this afternoon and Lieutenant Chris Parrish, the commander of the State Police Barracks. I spoke to, and the roads here were shut down for hours. They still are on Route 171 near Thompson. Now, let me show you, we did an interview with a family who lives near the landing zone, very close to the shooting scene. They said they did not know what was going on. They had heard that there was an armed suspect in the woods somewhere. They were really concerned. Here's what they had to say.
It's just very unsettling, you know. These people are out here with families doing jobs, trying to protect everybody, and for them to be getting targeted, just trying to save someone else is just very unsettling.
Again, we're told that the male suspect, who has not yet been identified, was shot by law enforcement after refusing to comply with their commands, basically to stand down. We're going to learn more about what happened at a 7:30 p.m. press conference at the Gibson State Police Barracks. But again, to recap, right now, Trooper William Jenkins and Trooper Joseph Parachinsky in stable condition at Scranton Geisinger and CMC. They were hit with bullets as they were ambushed as they responded to a call. Apparently, what we're understanding is a call for a woman being shot. When they got there, they were fired upon. The suspect now dead. We'll continue to follow this story throughout the evening on air and online. Back to you.
All right, Andy, thank you. Now let's check back in with 2822 reporter Joe Mason, who's also at the scene.
All right, Joe, what are you seeing?
Well, good evening, Nick and Candace. Yes, a tense day here in Susquehanna County. 2 state troopers shot. Now they're both in critical condition at GMC Geisinger, as Andy mentioned. But we want to tell you some new details that we found out, and we'll also show you some video right now. Let's talk about it. Began today around 11:15 in the morning. The suspect, armed with a rifle, refused to comply with commands from those troopers, and eventually, because of that, he was shot and killed. We don't know the identity of the suspect yet. We'll bring you those details when we have them. But we now know a 3rd state trooper got in there and got those 2 troopers out of the way of the fire. We also know the names of the troopers, as Andy just mentioned. Trooper Joseph Parachinsky and Trooper William Jenkins, again, seriously injured in this. CMC Geisinger, serious injuries, stable condition. They also met with Governor Josh Shapiro earlier today. The I-Team's Andy Mahalchik spoke with a few neighbors around the community earlier today. Here's what they had to say.
171 was blocked off at Comfort Lake, so I had to take the back way and got here as quick as I could just to keep my family safe. I mean, they're what mean the most to me, and something like that happening in a small town like this, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? You're going to get home, take care of your family, and be there for them.
And we can't stress this enough. This area is currently blocked off, as you can see behind me here. Road closed. There's still a police presence here between the roads of Bethel Hill Road, Churchill Lake Road, and 171 passing through here. So people in the area are encouraged to not pass through here because, again, this road is closed. But again, we'll provide you more information on this case when we have it. Reporting in Thompson, Joe Mason, 2822 News.
Joe, thank you. Governor Josh Shapiro stopped by the hospital where the officers are being treated.
It was there that he spoke to 2822 News reporter Avery Nape, who was also awaiting a press conference in Dunmore today. Avery's there live now. Avery, what's happening there?
Well, Nick, Candace, State Police just announced that they will be moving the press conference to the State Police Barracks in Gibson in Susquehanna County. Now, that conference was supposed to be held here in Dunmore originally, but here's what we know so far about the condition of those troopers who were injured earlier this morning. Now, just a couple of hours ago, as you said before, Governor Shapiro met with Trooper Parachinsky and his family at the Geisinger CMC in Scranton. When we last spoke to him, he said he was on his way to see Trooper Jenkins and his family, and that both men are in stable condition. The governor says that Parachinsky was in rough shape, but good spirits, adding that the trooper was joking with him as they sat there together. He went on to commend Trooper Parachinsky for his bravery in saving lives, as well as those other troopers who were involved.
This was the 5th and 6th shooting of a state trooper during my time and Colonel Parris's time in these roles. It never gets easier, but I am always strengthened by and lifted up by the heroism and the bravery that these troopers demonstrate in just really, really difficult circumstances. And Trooper Parachinsky and Trooper Jenkins are two more examples of that.
Now, as I said before, that conference will still be happening at the Gibson State Police Barracks in Susquehanna County. It'll be starting at around 7:30, and State Police are expected to give an update on the condition of both of those men. For now, reporting live in Lackawanna County, Avery Nape, 2822 News. Nick, Candace.
All right, Avery, thank you. And stick with 2822 News on air and online as we continue to bring you the latest on the shooting of those two Pennsylvania State Police troopers.